The channels of information dissemination have increased in a manner akin to an explosion. One can hardly ignore such a supply. Even the little ones, our children, grow up, in my case the grandchildren, grow up with iPhone, iPads, Xbox, and they understand these things better than their parents. It will become a matter of course to possess, and a matter of course to possess, and master these tools, surfing rather than climbing trees. In Germany, the internet platform I Share Gossip recently made headlines. Such a platform was primarily used by school children to anonymously insult and offend classmates. This is now termed cyberbullying, a type of marginalization enforced in a very public domain, in a place where one can hardly defend oneself. Berlin saw the consequences of this in terms of real offenses. For instance, personal injury inflicted upon school children, balls, etc. Faced with a new technology on offer, whoever is on the hunt today pauses and reflects as we find ourselves describing a state of affairs so challenging for us that we are faced with a wealth of insights. The convergence of media has become a reality for quite some time now. The former system of classification has been eliminated. Press, radio, film, copyright, trademark, all individuals' legislative categories that were once distinctly separated now flow into each other and leave us at a first glance puzzled and forsaken. When we think about media law and information sharing, we think first and foremost of the medium of the internet. It has revolutionized the exchange of information around the globe. With email, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, news about more or less important events spreads itself around the world and can be perceived within seconds. Newspaper publishers complain about lost revenue. The traditional newspapers has found its competition. This competition is faster, more mobile and global. In the pre-internet era, information required days until it reached its recipient, while today any small or large amount of information reaches a forum of billions within a few seconds. This result is completely new challenge in media law and information. Our subject matter is to explore the challenges of global information and media law. Let us start with information. Until a good 200 years ago, it took 12 days to learn of the news on the death of the great Austrian Empress Maria Theresia. A mere 1,000 kilometers away in Berlin, and to communicate to the local ruler the certainty of the military threat from the then global superpower Austria. Today, it would be a click, a short blog post, or a quick message on Twitter, a cell phone call. In short, we are on the same level of up-to-dateness in the world, provided that the powers that be do not try to impede the free exchange of news or stop it once and for all. Global news flow, insofar as it is free from state regulation, has long transformed the world into the, in the 80s, described global village. The internet goes on one step further. It transforms our society at a breathtaking pace. The social but also legal implications to be discussed later show up in reality. A few figures suffice. Already 72% of German population uses the internet today. In other words, some 46 million people are online in Germany. Facebook alone has more than 19 million users in my country. Worldwide, according to their own statements, they are over 600 million. In Germany, in 2010, around 38 million users bought something over the internet. In the meantime, everything can be purchased on the internet, from virtual commodities such as music, feature films, and software to everyday goods. The encounter between people and product is shifting considerably in favor of the net. Sometimes one doesn't even know his or her contact person or salesperson personally. Impersonality is a consequence of this, and not only has consequences on a societal level, but also legally in matters related to liability. Electronic trading has been subject to special rules that have been in existence for a long time now. Worldwide, approximately 200 million video clips have been watched on YouTube per day. Individuals create a forum with the internet which enables private data to be made available worldwide. This creates not only opportunities, but also a number of issues. One only has to think of the attention to the privacy rights of the users concerned, or to the fact that the net doesn't forget anything. As a matter of fact, once content is uploaded online, it cannot always be removed from this virtual world. Just one click and one is, at least virtually, there. Be it bargain hunting at Groupon, at the revolution in Egypt, at the US elections campaign, at a lecture at university, at the release of Dominic Strauss-Kahn, or conversely at our neighbor's private barbecue. And often in countries where freedom of expression is less respected, as you mentioned, the internet remains the only way to communicate information to the outside world, as proved to be the case during the political events in Myanmar in 2007, during the all-encompassing change in the Middle East or in China. Such changes seems to have been quite impossible without the help of the internet, thus serving the world so far as it allows it to participate in momentous political events which, yes, would not have taken place without this medium. One only has to think of the so-called Arab Spring in regimes which lead their people on a short leash. The largely uncontrollable medium of the internet is often the only opportunity for authoritarian regimes to substitute and to organize counter movements. And not less often do governments attempt to control this medium by the means of censorship, restrictions, even if, fortunately, this often turns out to be a task worthy of Sisyphus.